The village of Turn is in flames. A legion of rampaging kobolds flood the streets, terrorizing the people and sowing chaos. However, these kobolds are different. Glowing crystals have been embedded into their scales, and they wield psionic powers. When the fires are out, a mysterious traveler is missing from the town. Hi everyone, my name is Chris Rendon. The Violet Heart, a first-level quest for Draw Steel, is out now! Wow, look at that cover. Done by the incredible Vermilion77. This is my first real Draw Steel product I'm bringing to you folks to run at your table tonight. You can pick it up for $12 on my itch.io page. The link is in the thing below. So, what is this adventure? This is a quest, which by Draw Steel's definition is less than a level's worth of content for first level heroes. You can use this adventure to kick off a new campaign, but there are some complicated fights in here, so I would not recommend this for first-time directors. Heroes can earn up to 9 victories over the course of this quest, so a little over half a level. Pretty good. This adventure starts with the heroes arriving in the lakeside village of Turn. The intro includes some hooks so that your players know what they're doing in town, but of course, you can start with the classic, you meet in a tavern, which in this case is the fishwife. As the heroes start asking locals about rumors or attempt to find the whereabouts of some bandits that might be nearby, they begin to learn some odd things about this town. Talking fish, a mysterious traveler, kobolds in the woods.
11 days!
Before the heroes learn everything, or maybe even the thing they want to learn, a huge commotion outside draws the heroes out of the tavern into the local square. The adventure seems to have found the heroes, as kobolds are attacking Turn. They wear charcoal gray armor and command a huge scaled beast who is setting buildings in the square aflame. The heroes can spring into action to defend the town and put out the fire so the village doesn't go up in smoke. But the kobolds are blasting the heroes with these crazy mind powers and teleporting around. Crystals have been surgically implanted into their scales, granting them psionics. Afterwards, the heroes realize that mysterious traveler they may have been talking to, he's missing. Kidnapped by the kobolds. What does he know? Why are the kobolds capturing them? Where did those crystals come from? Gotta play the adventure to find out. A ton of work went into this. There's some great pieces of art in there. I think the cover art is worth the price of admission all on its own, but the character busts in there are just gorgeous. I also learned a shit ton about adventure writing, graphic design, game design, and layout throughout this whole process. You can follow my blog at chrisrendon.com, where I will be writing a post-mortem about how I think the process of building this adventure went. Lots to learn from. If this sounds fun and you're a Draw Steel player, stop watching now. Send this video to your director so that they can pick this up and run this adventure for you. I promise you there will be some dope shit in there. However, if you are a director and you want to know a little bit more about this adventure, keep watching. Okay, just directors here? Good. We can talk secrets. I'm going to talk a little bit more about what's really going on in this adventure to see if it's right for you. That means spoilers. So, talk with the locals, kobolds attack the town. I wanted to kick off this adventure with a bang, so the first combat encounter has you fighting this thing. Yeah. A shield-scale Drangolin, an elite kobold pet that's sort of like a boulet, or boulette, but volcanic. Afterwards, the heroes must complete a montage test to put out the fires and make sure the village doesn't go up in flames. That mysterious traveler the players met earlier, that is a high elf by the name of A First Love's Memories Fade with the Frost, an itinerant knight that shows up once every couple decades in town, stays for a while, then leaves. No one really knows his deal, and he's not around long enough to freak anyone out too much. That guy is a little like your classic Strider, sitting in the back of the inn and acting edgy. However, the heroes can't rely on him to solve the issue of rampaging kobolds because the heroes shortly learn this whole attack was a distraction in order to kidnap memories. The kobolds disappeared down that tunnel that the Drangolin made with the elf. Time to follow. The tunnel opens into the nearby forest, and the heroes can follow the kobolds' tracks back to their war camp, Castrum Cenarius. This legion of kobolds call themselves the Legio Cenarius. I really like that Draw Steel still keeps the classic kobolds or tricksy trap masters, but gives them an ancient Roman military cultural flair to their visuals and creature names like the kobold Adeptus, the kobold legionary, the kobold centurion. I wanted to keep in line with that, and so their faction name roughly translates to the Ashen Legion. Castrum is a real word for a Roman fort. We get the suffixes castor and chester from. The heroes might sneak in or walk up to the front gates, but somehow or another, battle will be met here. Just depends on if they are alerting the whole camp, because that could turn this battle from a standard difficulty into a hard one. Inside the prison is Memories, who can tell the heroes what is going on through a negotiation. He is a member of an order of knights called the Vigil, who look over sites of forgotten power best left buried. He has been tasked with watching over a vault that contains a great power that a villainous talent is after. However, the vault has been warded with magic and psionics, and this talent, Animus, needs prisoners with latent psionics to break the seals and allow him to access this treasure. Psionics is a rare thing in the Order of Drawsteel, but I'm a big fan of Stephen King, so I imagine there may be a lot of people walking around with some low-level psionics, like in The Shining. Some people might be walking around with just a little bit of shine and just seem lucky or intuitive. Others might be able to sense thoughts and speak telepathically, like Dick Halloran. Extraordinarily rare are those that can wield it intentionally, like Danny Torrance or Carrie. Animus needs these low-level talents to use them up as fuel to break down the wards and sacrifice them in a ritual to access the power of this treasure, the Violet Heart. This vault is on an island in the middle of this large lake that Turn is beside, so the heroes must race against time, another montage test, to stop Animus from completing his ritual. Another combat encounter follows, a complex fight during the ritual, and then a fight against the villain himself in an epic, changing environment inside the heart. That's it, folks. Check out the Violet Heart, run it tonight, tell me how it goes. Cheers.